points for Hansi Flick and Barcelona. There you have the stats. As we said, Barcelona bossing the possession as they tend to do. We wanted to see a lot more from that possession, but in the end, they got the job done. This is what it means in terms of the LaLiga standings. Barcelona now 7 points clear at the top of the table. Now, this is at least until Real Madrid play in what has been labeled as a do-or-die game for Xabi Alonso against Alaves tomorrow. But we're going to get to that a little later. Let's bring in Luis García. Luis, it wasn't exactly pretty. Ale wanted to fall asleep in the first half, but in the end, Barcelona get the job done.
It was all right. I think I just mentioned it was all right. I think that it's not a game. It's not a game that we are not gonna remember. Not the game that the players are gonna remember, the fans are gonna remember. But definitely there are 3 important points because you put a lot of pressure on Real Madrid in a very difficult condition with a lot of players injured, and they have to win against Alaves to don't keep that gap of points. I think that the best of it is that Barcelona managed to get another clean sheet, keep the momentum, build up on that consistency that we've been talking. I'd like to see that García and García are getting stronger as a partners at the back, something that we haven't seen in the season. 2 players who have been in those positions for a long period, or together with Valde, together with Koundé. So you can see that the defense become more solid. The understanding between them become better and better because of the communication they have and the understanding between them. And just keep on building up. Today wasn't an easy game. It's not easy when you play against a team that it gets so tight at the back. There is no spaces to run. You have to find a way of creating chances. And it was in the second half with speed of the ball, with a good transition and a fantastic finish from Raphinha that you open up a little bit. Then Osasuna have to move forward and commit players ahead. And then you can manage to get the second one. But again, not the best performance, but very effective for Real Madrid to get these 3 points at this stage of the season. Because again, the break is coming, Christmas break is coming, and have a bigger gap against the opponents that are coming behind, like Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, or even Villarreal, is good to know for Barcelona players.
Ale, as Luis said, because you said it too, it was all right, but clean sheet, job done. That's kind of what you expect from champions.
Right, and we asked at halftime, Luis asked, I asked, I don't know if you asked, but let's say you asked as well. Barcelona needed to pick up the pace of the game. You asked for an injection of caffeine.
Yes.
And there was some of that in the second half. Not always efficient, not always effective, not always productive, but at the very least, you felt like Barcelona were there and thereabouts trying to create opportunities. But it also must be said that up until that first goal came, even though Barcelona were pushing lines forward, they didn't feel like they were creating that clear opportunity, that clear chance, that it was only a matter of moments or minutes until they were able to score the goal.
Is that down just to props to Osasuna?
If you want to pay some compliments to Osasuna, you can. But they had no other choice in this game other than to play the manner in which they did. They don't really have a threat in the attack other than Victor Muñoz, and so, of course, there are going to be numbers behind the ball. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a surprise to Barcelona that Osasuna were going to have numbers behind the ball? No. Everybody would have known that coming into this match, so the responsibility was on Barcelona to be able to then break that down. And they did so in the second half through speed of movement, speed of ball, speed of play, speed of transition. And sometimes it's the passing, sometimes the movement ahead of the ball, and sometimes you just have to run with the ball. And this change of pace from Pedri creates separation away from the midfielders, and then it forces Ferran Torres to make a move in and around the defenders, which then gets the attention of the defenders onto Ferran Torres and away from the speed of the incoming Raphinha. And that creates a space for Raphinha. So, speed of movement, speed of transition, speed of play, speed of decision making. And Pedri in the second half, while he was good in the first half, in the second half, let me just tell you, he was next level. And it is appropriate that he was next level today because he had next level in the stands with Andrés Iniesta watching the game. You watch Pedri play today in a couple of moments in the second half, and that's when you just go, yeah, buddy, you can be my son whenever you want to. You can come on home. But not this Christmas because my son just came home from Christmas.
His actual son came home.
So, yeah, so he came home. That's all right. You can stay over there in Barcelona for now. But he was so special today. In a period of about 30, 35 minutes in the second half, and he was just tack, 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 tack. tack. And you can't stop him. He makes it loose so easy that people are like, oh, what is it that Pedri does? The fact that you don't notice what he does is what makes him a great player, because he makes it look like he's just in a walk in the park. Today was a good example of that.
And I mean, I have seen Ale Moreno talk about his actual biological son, and he still does not get that twinkle in his eye like he does when he's talking about Pedri. I'm sorry, what's your son's name?
Oh, come on, baby. That's Alejandro.
Oh, another Alejandro. Sorry, Alejandro Jr.
Yeah, come on.
Pedri, that's who he wants. And Luis, I'm sure you always notice exactly what Pedri does and the magic he's able to cook up there. But I do want to talk about Raphinha, because we started the show talking about him playing in this more central role. Of course, he gets the 2 goals today. Is he back to at least close to his best, or what did you make of his performance today?
No, it was a good performance. I don't think that he's been the best. In the first 45 minutes, wasn't involved much. There was no space for him, and he was just trying to ask the ball on the feet every single time, not even chance to get a shot from outside of the box or inside of the box. One opportunity that he had from the penalty spot, he missed just at the end of the first 45. But in the moment that there are spaces, in the moment that he can arrive to those the last third of the field near the box, is when Raphinha just make the difference. The fantastic run from the first goal, just to keep in the pace of Pedri, not getting closer to the defense, because then you are tight and you don't have the space to create. And in this occasion, even though changing the position, it was a little bit more, a little bit wider on the left side in replacement of Raphinha, but always getting into the box. Something that we don't see, for example, a lot from Lamine Yamal. He's always trying to keep wide, and when the left side arrives, he's not arriving to the second post. That's what Raphinha is good at, getting those positions, getting in the positions where the ball can arrive and breathe, just smell that the ball can arrive to that spot. Raphinha did it in the second goal. 2 goals for him. He continued being the leader. He's one of the most important players, in fantastic moment to arrive to Barcelona, because they are going to need it in the next part of the season, when the season is more important, it was tighter, games come thick and fast, and the rotation is going to be needed. So fantastic to see once again Raphinha so sharp, and of course scoring goals.